about the interview veteran. Our veteran name is Omar. He is 24 years old. He lives in Austin. He from in California. His parents are Mexican. He is married. His job was infantry with airplane.
Good morning, everybody. He joined the service in December 2014. He wanted to learn new things and had new experiences. His family was worried, but proud for him. Currently, he is studying computer science in Santa Ana College. He wants in the future to work in computer and technology.
Good morning, everybody. We asked him, what do you think about the damage the mural? And he didn't know about the murals, and however, he was surprised for the damage, and he will go see it and the mural. This is the mural that the beginning presented the teacher, and it's very important for veterans. And thank you so much.
Introduce them. Would my students please stand up? We have a few over in the corners also. We started our mural project by reading the newspaper account of the Heroes Among Us mural. And after that, we walked around this campus to get some inspiration from the murals here at Santa Ana College. Next, my class went to the computer lab and they did research to find murals from their cultures and countries. They chose one that they thought was important to them and meaningful, and they did a slideshow presentation which they showed to their classmates. We have time today just for 2 students to present. So you will be seeing and hearing Miguel Danos from Peru and Diana Mosso from Mexico. So please welcome them.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Miguel Danos. The Lord of Miracles. This mural is located in Lima, Peru. This image was painted in the 17th century by an Angola slave. His name was Pedro Benito Dalcón. He used different color paints to make the mural and spread how he felt. Then just a few years later, in 1655, disaster struck. A massive earthquake hit the city. Thousands of people died, and the whole section of the city were destroyed. The paint was on one of the few walls that was left completely unaffected. After the earthquake, many people started to believe in the holy image and knelt down before it and started to pray. The government of the city tried to destroy the mural to avoid disorder in the population, but it was impossible because the soldiers felt healed every time they tried to get close. Now, It is in the sanctuary of the Lord of Miracles that has daily mass every hour in Peru. This image has been replicated and is now worldwide. With 100,000 of participants, it is one of the largest religious processions in the world every year in October. This is the Peruvian faith. Thank you, everyone.
The name of this mural is Man, Controller of the Universe. Next, please. This mural was painted by Diego Rivera. He was a famous Mexican painter. He was married to Frida Kahlo, another famous painter in Mexico. Diego Rivera did large frescoes, and that helped establish the Mexican mural movement in Mexican art. He made another types of mural, and many of these have related with the history of Mexico over the years and other painters. He worked with other painters to make the mural of the UNAM Liberty. That is one of the most important universities in Mexico. Initially, this mural it was going to be painted in the Rockefeller Plaza in 1932, but Diego Rivera had political ideologies different to the Rockefeller's family, and then he was forced to stop working on it, and then he decided to paint this mural in Mexico in 1934. The first name the mural was Man at the Crossroads, but he decided to change this name by Man, Controller of the Universe. He used only photos in black and white of the original mural in the Rockefeller Plaza to do the mural in Mexico, and that is one of that photos. This is the completely mural, and that represents two opposite sides. In the right we have the political ideologies. On the left we have the religion. We have the different with the women and men. We have the machines and the nature, and the high class and the working class. On the center of the mural we have a man with a big machine, and this represents this man at the crossroads of the macrocosm. This means the big part, like the stars, the sun, and the universe, and the small part, like the cells of the human body. And in the center we have two. Diego Rivera decided to paint it to Vladimir Lenin. This represents to the working class, and he painted to the Rockefeller family that represent the higher class. On the left we have the capitalist side and the damage of the World War I, and Rivera painted in this part to Darwin. And finally, on the right, we have the communist side and the glories of the Russian Revolution. And Rivera painted other important people like Karl Marx and other people over there. This mural is in the Palace of Bellas Artes in Mexico City. This mural was painted using the fresco painting. This is a method of painting in which is mixed lime with room temperature water and is applied plaster on walls. How large is it? This mural is 37.5 feet long and 16 feet wide. And finally, why I choose this mural? The reason because I choose this mural is because when I live in Mexico, I went to the Palace of Bellas Artes and I see all the murals and painters by Diego Rivera. And that's it. Thank you very much.
706. My class also read the article, Heroes Among Us, and from there we wanted to learn more about different murals and their purposes. So my students researched and chose one of their favorite murals of their choice, and they had to come up with a Google Slides presentation. So at this moment, I'm gonna have my classes stand up, please. So they're sitting over there. I have some over here. Thank you. You may be seated. And what we're gonna do, I have 4 presenters. If I can have you come up. So I have, they're gonna be sharing their favorite murals with you. So I have Octavio Garcia, Han Bell, Veronica Escobar, and Danny Han. So here is Octavio Garcia.
Hi everyone. My name is Octavio Garcia, and my favorite mural is Attack on Female Teachers. The mural artist was Aurora Reyes Flores. The mural is located at Centro Escolar Revolución, and its size is approximately 6.5 feet by 13.1 feet. And it was completed in 1936. Aurora Reyes Flores was born in Hidalgo del Parral on September 9, 1908, and she died in Mexico City on April 26, 1985 at the age of 76 years old. Reyes joins the Escuela Nacional Preparatoria at the age of 13. After that, she has visited the Escuela Nacional de las Bellas Artes in 1924. She has her first solo exhibition in 1925. She participated in collected exhibitions in France, Cuba, United States, and Mexico. She created 7 murals in her life, and she was the first female muralist exponent in Mexico. She was outspoken and very political. She earned the nickname the Fury Magnolia. She also promoted daycare centers for children of school teachers. In my opinion, the artist shows the inequality and savagery of genders in those days. We made a lot of improvements, but we'll need more work to do. Thank you so much.
With the breaks of September 11. The number of first responders who deserve to be honored of the courageous efforts after September 11 is many. But the new Midtown, one of mural as a symbolic firefighter to honor all of those brave men and women. This is the art, the mural, and it's just complete just in time for the 17th anniversary of September 11. It's on the corner of East 49th Street and 3rd Avenue, Midtown Manhattan. And this is the information about the artist. His name is Eduardo Cobra, born in 957 in Garden of Sao Paulo South Side. He became one of the most recognized muralists with over 500 works in Brazil and 17 countries. And one of his most famous works is the kiss of a sailor kissing a nurse on the World War II. And this is the mural. And details of the picture, as you can see, the number 343 is reference to the number of the firefighter killed that day, and the flag of the United States. The star represents all the lives that were lost, nearly 3,000 dead. And lastly, the colors have one goal: to pass on the message of life, of a restart, of reconstruction. And my interpretation, I really like this mural because the colors will impress me and it gives me more emotion. And also, it represents a tragedy of American that they never forget. Thank you.